Hey there friends, welcome back. Today, if you're an artist or you're shopping for an artist, I have a wonderful list of 10 items that you'll want to get and not want to miss this Christmas season. Hey there creative friends, the holidays are right around the corner, and if you're shopping for an artist or if you're an artist making your own wish list, you're in the right place. Today, I'm sharing gifts that every artist will love. So today I brought you along with me. I'm set up in front of our Christmas tree. And if you can see, our Christmas lights change. So we have one member of the family who likes white lights, and we have another that likes other lights. So this tree blinks both. So that's a lot of fun. I brewed up some hot chocolate so that I can get into the holiday spirit, so I can share with you some gift ideas that I know I myself would love. So let's get started. My first tip is to buy some high quality sketchbooks. I like Strathmore. Those are my favorite ones. I have different sizes. A lot of times I'll make tiny little sketches. And so this one is, it is 5.5 by 8.5. So it's relatively small, it's portable, and what I like about this is I don't get perfectionist crazy with a tiny sketchbook. There's only so much that I can do. This is a great little sketchbook for just jotting down some ideas, for thinking about things. There's a lot of winter scenes in here. This is very portable. You can carry this around. You can easily stick this into a book bag and it can go with you. I also have my big version of my sketchbook. So again, this is another Strathmore sketch, and this one is 9 by 12. So this one is what I'm going to be doing my next book, my character studies, my thumbnails, some other stuff. So I have it all in one place, and I like to just have both. So I have a small one and I have a big one, but I really like the Strathmore quality. The paper is a good quality paper. It's heavy enough, it erases well, and you can even, this one has tear out pages, so if I wanted to tear them out, they have a clean tear page. Every artist needs a sketchbook. The other option too is a Bristol multimedia paper, and so with this I can do a little bit of light watercoloring, and of course colored pencils and pencils, but with a multimedia sketchbook you can do watercolors, you can do acrylics in that as well. But definitely these are your go-to to be able to create.
Video bomb!
So item number 2 on my list is Prismacolor Colored Pencils. And why do I love Prismacolors? Well, if you are a fan of Prismacolors, they come in a lot of different shades and they're very buttery smooth, which is a nice thing. And if you just buy the regular, no offense, Crayola, the regular ones from the store where you can get a pack for less than $5, those ones are okay, but they're not high quality and they're not going to blend as well. So I always suggest Prismacolors. Now this one was kind of like the Cadillac of Prismacolor sets. This one comes with a lot of different colors. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 different sets, different little trays. And there's lots of different colors. So obviously you can see there's quite a lot to choose from. And these make for great sets for anybody who is an artist. They're great for little thumbnails, for color things that you want to color in if you're into coloring books. You can get that out. They're also wonderful for layering. So if you're a watercolor artist and you want to go ahead and do some more detail, you can always add these Prismacolors on top of your watercolor painting that you've done. So with those Prismacolor sets, they have lots of different ones, so different levels. So depending on your price point, you can go from low to mid-range to high, just depending on how many pencils that you get. The other option too, I was giving one of my tutoring students' moms an idea. I said, you can go to Michael's and you can pick out a bunch of colors. You don't have to have it in a set if you don't want to. So if your artist friend likes certain specific colors, then you just gather those ones up. So number 3 on my list are markers, and I keep mine in this, of course, beautiful butterfly bag. These markers, of course, most everything that I'm showing you can get off of Amazon. These markers are AEN Art. I don't know how you say that. But the fun thing about these markers are they're dual tipped. So you've got the scripty calligraphy type side that you can use for a thicker thing, and then you've got your very fine point on the other. They blend beautifully. They're perfect for sketching, coloring, and designing. So they come in quite a lot of colors, and I will link that set. And of course, if you're looking for paint supplies, there's a lot of different variety that I've used through the years. I have a Winsor & Newton watercolor set, but I really wanted a gouache set. So I was looking at this, and this is a very simple set. It's US Art Supply. It has 36 colors in it, and gouache is basically an opaque watercolor set. And this one has quite a lot, like I said, of variety. I like the colors that they have for this. You can just squeeze a little bit of your paint onto a palette and use it that way. They're very mixable. And one of my favorite colors, I think it's a color, is white. And so when I use that, I might use that for lots of little highlights, especially when I'm doing watercolor portraits. I'm doing pet portraits just to get that little highlight in the eye, highlights in different places. So this set has been really useful, and it's going to take me a while to get through it. Okay, so next up on my list are soft pastels. Now, not everybody has had experience with pastels. I love to introduce my art students to pastels because they're a lot of fun and very messy. But they're also very easy to blend. But this one is soft enough. It's a chalk pastel. There's a lot of different colors that come in this one. So you can use this to create landscapes. You can do pet portraits. Those are fun. These are great they have enough variety in them where you could do portrait painting, portrait pastels. I find when I create lesson plans with my students, this is a go-to for doing still lifes. And I always love to show them still lifes with like apples and pumpkins. That's one of my favorite activities to do in the fall. And I'll always ask my students, okay, let's look at this pumpkin. We know that most pumpkins that we're drawing are orange, but what other colors do you see? And I ask them to point out what colors they see. A lot of times you'll see some reds, you'll see some yellows, but you might even see some greens and browns. And it's really easy to put a layer down of things and just lift it up with your finger or a Q-tip as you're blending things. So this is a nice gift for your artists. Maybe they've never experimented with this. And I think this set was, I want to say $12. So it's not an expensive gift. Now it is a little messy, but if you just do it on your art desk, you just make sure to clean up later, wipe it up. So, okay, so number 6 on my list, again, is some more gouache. If you know anything about me, I do a lot of acrylics, but also my heart belongs to watercolors. So these gouache colors, there's 36. This is from Arteza. And this set is a lot of fun. And the reason this set is a lot of fun is that these ones are sparkly. So you can, again, they come this way and you can squeeze them out. You can squeeze them out on a palette that you've bought, the reusable palette, or you can just go ahead and squeeze them out onto a plate. And these can be used, this set I've actually used for the last 3 years. I've used it personally. I've brought it in for my students to use. And so the neat thing about this one is there's a lot of colors that I really like, but there's a lot of silvers and golds. Again, gouache, people buy watercolors all the time, but gouache is something that probably is not well known, especially for a beginner artist, but they do all the same things that watercolors do. You can get them as translucent or transparent as any watercolor that you have out there, but it also can be used in a heavier way so that you can mix it a little bit more. It's not quite acrylic. The other thing is it will cover a surface and it can stay one color. So With watercolors, you have a variety depending on how much water you use, but with gouache, you can get quite a good layer that is consistent. You gotta take a hot chocolate break. Next up on our list, and I have this cute little bag. These are great. This one was actually a gift for me last Christmas from one of my students. And it says that teachers plant seeds that grow forever. So sweet. So what I keep in here, acrylic markers. This set is called Betem, B-E-T-E-M. And they're acrylic markers, they're paint markers. So what you have, and it's similar to the other set. So you have a fine tip and you have a thicker tip. So what paint markers are is you can basically paint on anything. A lot of people use these for rocks. You could paint the whole thing. And I actually did a rock party at church with the little kids, and they were painting houses. And so we had them paint houses, and then they put the little details with the paint markers. This is also something that I use on a regular basis when I'm doing paintings. And I haven't finished this one off. I really want to get some gold and silver paint markers to add some fun things to this. You can use it on top of acrylics, or you can just use them by themselves. Like I said, they're really good on rocks, but you can use these just to paint your whole image with. And so these one I found I really liked them. They lasted for quite a long time. These went through, again, I don't know how many, there were probably about 20 5 to 10 year olds who were using these, as well as my students at where I work and myself. So very durable, very long lasting, good quality. Okay, and kind of could go under the same category as paint markers I was talking about, the gold, the silver. These are Craftsmart, and these are just from Michaels. They sell them in a set like this where you get the black, you get the silver, and you get the gold. They also have sets where you'll have 2 of these and maybe the finer tipped, because these ones are a bit thicker. I love these, and they always pique my creativity when I'm doing painting. So if I feel like it needs a little finishing touch, I add this. When I was making my painting, a self-portrait of myself in a hanbok, I wanted to have an outline of gold, because the art show that we were doing at the Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts was colors of royalty. So that was the theme, and I knew I wanted to use pink, I wanted to use aqua, and some purple, but I definitely wanted to use gold to show that royalty. And so I made an outline around my face, around the flowers, and I will show you that painting as well. So number 9 on my list, besides having a Procreate tablet and iPad, which is one of the higher end things that you could get as a gift, and still a really good gift, is this portable stand. Now you can use this to read. I could sit there with my iPad. I can sit this on a table, and it has 2 different sides. So as I'm doing my artwork, I can adjust. I have 2 different ways to do it. As you guys can see, there's one side that's a little bit more angled, one side that's more straight up. So this little thing is pretty invaluable when I'm doing my artwork, both on a desk as well as just sitting on the couch. And I can do that for hours and do my artwork, and it's a very comfortable thing, and it doesn't make me feel like I have a stress on my arms or on my hands. It's pretty ergonomic to when I'm creating art. My number 10 item is an easel, and you guys can see, if you were following along with me last week, I was painting this ornament painting, and I didn't have it in this easel, but I can show you that this easel is very adjustable, so you could do bigger paintings in it. And this easel also, you can fold it down and you can travel with it. So it's really portable. So on the other side, it opens up. It has little latches. And and I can keep all of my brushes. I can keep my different paints in here, and I have quite a variety of acrylic paint. Now, if you're an oil painter, you can keep that in there as well. And it just shuts and locks up. So this is a wonderful easel. It's very easy to close, it's very easy to open, and it's very easy to adjust and set exactly the way that I need it for when I'm painting. It's a good easel for an all-around purpose. Of course, again, it's not a standing easel, but for me, I like to sit down, and I'm usually doing smaller paintings, so there's a certain level that this will go up, so it's not really made for super big painting canvases, but it fits my needs, and I have suggested this to some of my tutoring students and my art students, and they have purchased it and enjoyed it. Finally, nothing beats a personalized gift. If you want to put together brushes, paint palettes, a lot of these items that I have are $12 and under, which is very reasonable. So if you had a $50 to spend on somebody, you could purchase a couple of those things, some of those little bags, put them together for a fun art set, and just watch the creativity happen. There you have it, 10 gifts every artist will love. Whether you're shopping big or small, these items are sure to inspire the artist in your life. So which gift was your favorite? Comment down below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Can you see me? Do I look okay?